language of the players. You see, nobody was celebrating.
That goal by the Congolese just killed a lot of the backbreaker, honestly. Because, you know, that team played well. If we had won 4-0, nobody would have complained. Even the Congolese wouldn't have complained. Yeah. After the game, Toriola was saying that we were extremely lucky. So the result did not justify the quality of the play, but we've always said that football can be a harsh game at times. I've seen games before where one team had 15 chances, they didn't score one. Another team had 4 chances, they scored 3. But you think, if you saw that result on paper, you thought it was a whitewash. It wasn't. Yeah. One team just took its chances, the other couldn't convert.
Football can be disappointing. The Super Falcons, they have a battle on their hands, having only drawn the first leg at home. They played 1-1 against Equatorial Guinea, and then they are also traveling to Bata to play Equatorial Guinea. And Yemi, it's Equatorial Guinea.
Again, 4 key players will be missing. We've talked about that at length. I don't know if Christopher Danjuma. It's I don't know, the timing and everything in it. You know, if we do have the capacity on a good day to defeat our opponents, but with those key players missing, it's going to be really, really difficult for us. I will not argue about the quality. Undoubtedly, we're the best team in Africa. But like today said last week, there are few countries who can, on their good day, beat Nigeria. Yeah. Not every time, but Equatorial Guinea is
one of them.
It's one of those teams. Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, South Africa, and Cameroon. Those 4 teams, I really would not want our team playing them when they have a bad patch. Yeah. And this is one of those days where 4 key players would not play. A little bit of uncertainty, you know, new coach, maybe new tactics, maybe new thinking, who knows. I really don't know. I fear for them. For the guys, 50-50. For these girls, I mean, you know,
60-40.
If they scale this hurdle, they will earn my respect. Because this is the kind of games you want your national team to win. I mean, it will inspire confidence if they're able to do this as they go into the last round of qualifiers.
But why we try to make things balanced, let's also remember the superiority that the Super Falcons have in African football, and that can also count as an advantage. And the Nigerian Football Federation, they've said, you ladies can go to Bata and do it. That's the confidence and the encouragement that they need at this time.
Well, this team have shown before that they are capable of winning anywhere. I mean, that's just how good the Super Falcons can be. Whether they can do that in Bata against particularly dangerous, equally talented opponents is another thing.
It's left to be seen.
They are shorn of 4 very key players. They have a new coach who has brought his own, who is trying to put his own imprint on the team. I still consistently maintain that doing away with the former coach Okon at that point in time, the timing was wrong, you know, for me. So that might be what might cost us a chance at the Olympics. But I'm still hopeful. This team has tremendous quality. Even the current coach there was part of the former coaching crew, so he has an understanding of the team. He's not exactly
a little bit of continuity.
He's not exactly a newbie, so he knows the strengths and weaknesses of his team.
I know statistics don't play football, but Equatorial Guinea is really a bad omen for us, for both the guys and the ladies. But I hope it stops now. It stops on Sunday. You know, the 2 times the Nations Cup were held, Nigeria were able to go. And anytime Equatorial Guinea won the Nations Cup, it was a bad performance for the Super Falcons. So statistically, it's a bad omen. But, you know, I just hope that an end comes to all of those things on Sunday.
Now that I know that these guys have taken a good chill, we'll go back to the Popola's comment. But quickly, let's just read his comment on Twitter. Divine Favor says, he's writing to us from Warri, Delta State. I am in full support of what Tunde Popola is saying and should be applied to our football. Tunde Koiki, he said it clearly. We don't need a sports minister. Do you agree?
Austin, if you give us a 5-day chill, I'd still say what I was going to say. Because you were waiting for it. I was waiting. It was in the cooler. I totally agree with Tunde Popola. Because, one, the model we are trying to operate is a national sports commission. We are trying to wean ourselves off having a sports minister in quote who is a political appointee. One, so some issues have to be put in place. There's still the issue of the legality of the existence of the National Sports Commission. Is it an organization that is backed by law? 2, you don't need a minister to run a National Sports Commission. You need a director general who will be given a specific term of years. So he's not a political appointee that they can change anytime when the government or when the president decides to change
Doesn't have to
his
draft to
cabinet.
anybody's
No, he knows he has a specific term of reference. 5 years, do what you have to do. If after we audit your performance for the 5 years, we find you, worthy, we extend it. If not, you go. Then the National Sports Commission should also have commissioners who are how do I put it? Who are empowered to do certain things, be it in area of finance, be it in players of sports development, be it in terms of youth empowerment. I mean, all this is. I don't know. I'm not a professor of sports.
I know, and I understand. I understand where it's coming from.
So we don't need a minister. Tune Popola is very right. Yeah. And then it also talked about. He questioned the passion of a lot of the federation presidents. Some of them are there just because they want to be known as, in Nigeria we love titles. Who is waiting for you? I tell them I'm the president of Social Federation. It's rubbish. We need people who truly want to serve, who have the passion for the sport, who are willing to see it, progress, who are also willing to make sacrifices as well in order to make sure that things are done.
I also think I think it's right for questioning the passion of some of those.
So they should come and say their plans. They want to know what they have for their federation.
Some of these guys, in all fairness, it's easy to become a president if you have the right connections. It doesn't necessarily have to love the sport. They don't really have to know the sport. And that's really the problem. If you have passion, it's going to show. Nothing's going to go wrong under your watch. And even if there are problems, you try your best to get things in proper. So that's even what I'm going to react to. The passion. I really don't see the passion. Yeah. Now everybody comes out with knives and spoons now that
money has been released.
And they scream a lot when the money is not released. When the money gets released, there's going to be, everybody goes quiet. And when, you try to ask questions, what happened to the money, you get all sorts of names.
Sorry to jump in here, which is exactly what Tune Popola was saying about auditing. In Nigeria, we don't ask questions. We just give them money.
The moment you start asking questions, somebody starts.
We just give them money. They go to the commission, they come back. Nobody asks questions, how was it spent?
Particularly if it didn't go well.
Exactly. Did we get value for the money that we spent? Okay, what do we do next time in order to correct the mistakes of the past? Nobody asks questions.
There are two things here. The person that misappropriates money is not the only fraudulent person. The person that gives money without asking for the money to be accounted for is also a fraud. Because, because I'm not just going to throw money at you. Okay, you say you need. So he was talking about people, federations bringing out their plans. Let's look through it. How much do you really need? Maybe you might even need more than what you've asked for. And all those things you say you're going to achieve, can you achieve it with this amount of money?
Nigeria is a country where you ask someone to buy you an Audi A8 and he comes back with a Keke Maru and they won't ask questions.
Okay, all right. Well, we just want change in Nigerian football. That's what Tony Popola is trying to say. If a sports minister will be appointed and brings politics into Nigerian sports, no, it's not needed. And the guys in the studio totally agree. And a lot of you on Twitter and on Facebook actually share the same opinion. So that's it. I can now breathe. So thank you so much for coming around. Be good to have you guys around. Passion has been questioned. Tony Popola wants to understand the passion of Federation President. This guy has got so much passion for table tennis. Toriola is a legend in Nigerian table tennis, and he believes he has what it takes to keep winning and then actually win gold for Nigeria at the All-Africa Games. Let's listen to Toriola. We'll come back. Femi Adefoso will be joining us. We'll drop our table tennis bats and play some basketball. Stay.
Well, it's a matter of hard working. A lot of people they still see me still playing because I program myself. I train hard. In sports. When age is not matter in table tennis. When you train hard, you focus, you still believe you can still play. You always can still play table tennis. So that's why I'm still playing, and that's why I want to play at African Games. Just to win a gold medal for Nigeria, because for us it's very important at this time around African Games, because we need to do something. Egyptians have been disturbing us now. The last African Games, Mopoto, they won 4 gold medals, we won 3 gold medals out of 7. But this time around we are trying to win more gold medals. So I think we have a lot of chances in this time around, because we knew our problem. This is what we have been doing in the camp now. All our training, we focus on our problem. Because our tactics, we need to change the tactics the way we are playing them in the past. So if you are still continuing to play the same way we played in the past, it's very difficult for us. to win against them. But